what you're saying about how we create reality is understood in large parts of society as a form of corporate management.
Correct. How did you come to the conclusion that your world was less if you didn't have an iPod? That you didn't have a computer? You didn't have the new hybrid? How did you know that you would be better if you could have a wonderful life? We started to tangle that up just a little bit, but we didn't, because that's exactly the way it is. The only thing that science allows to be in creation are the things they can't disprove.
Well, if they take the Kodak moment and they get a picture of something, doesn't that show them that it is? Or I don't understand what the framework is.
Well, if it is, then wonderful. But the only reason that they get the Kodak moment is they have to have the proof that it is before it is.
How do they get that proof before?
Well, they have to have empirical evidence. Show me the science. You have to have what is the true photograph? Now I'm going to have more photographs to decide which one's the false one and which one's the true one. The same way with your red wine study. Is that true or not true? Well, for me, it isn't true. So therefore it's not. So you don't embrace the red wine concept today. What they're noticing, the little bit that they have experienced regarding it, and you can thank your author, Mr. Brown, for enlightening this.
Dan Brown, the Da Vinci Code.
Yes. Now that's fiction, but now it becomes the hot button that everybody's chatting about.
Oh, he writes about the CERN lab in his novels?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That they have developed this great big piles of antimatter, and it's being held at the Vatican. They're gonna put the matter and the antimatter together and blow up all of Vatican City and undo all of Catholicism through all the ages that it is. They're gonna blame it on the Apostle Peter, I'm sure, because he's where they went astray way back in that beginning phase. This whole twist then becomes something that human creators hear. They hear, and they file it in their mind, and they either buy it or they don't. And if they do, then okay. And if they don't, then okay. Then and how they know how they're doing is you watch the commercial and you realize how much that your life would be better if you could just own a sham wow. So the more you watch that commercial, the more you know that OxyClean is the one. There's not another one. That's the only one. It is the one, and your world will be whole if you can procure, own, and embrace what they're offering as this tip-top product that makes your cleaning experience more enlightening and delicious and wonderful.
So the managers in the ad age in PR know that thought creates reality. It's the battle for the microphone or for the camera to get the attention so you can put your meme out.
Correct. And those that are doing well, the shows that are doing well, are ones that sell the most sham wow. And those that aren't get canceled, regardless of their content or view or what they're even speaking about.
So what we're saying about how we create reality is understood in large parts of society as a form of corporate management.
Correct. How did you come to the conclusion that your world was less if you didn't have an iPod? That you didn't have a computer? You didn't have the new hybrid? So, how did you know that you would be better if you could have a wonderful life?
Because you want to align with what you thought was mass consciousness, and you felt you had to get along because you couldn't rely on creating your own reality, so you adjusted.
Well, that's called by default. Now, that's not the way it really is.
Creation by default.
Creation by default. Everyone has a PDA, so therefore I'm less than if I don't have a PDA.
That's a certain mind response. Others don't feel less, they don't care, so they're not.
So therefore they're not less than, nor are they affected by it.
What makes people feel less than? Is there a general principle or is it unique?
The meme of how complete you would be if you had that instantaneous access to everything within the planet as it's happening, and sometimes even before it happens.
Right, and now with this so-called information overload internet, people don't know what to think anymore, so they can't even be subjected, can't even create a meme or resonate or want to.
Your Nielsen ratings have all but gone out of business because instead of having 7 TV channels to choose from, that all the cattle had to watch the TV at a certain time. Tune in the same back time, the same back station, that you could line up with the I Love Lucy show or the Leave It to Beaver show or Ozzie and Harriet. It came on a certain time and you cleared your schedule to be available to watch the TV because you used to watch the radio.
Yeah.
And people go, now what? Ask those that had some, what you call age on that were alive in that time. They gathered around and they watched the radio.
Visually biased culture.
And then therefore they thought, well, we're watching the radio, why can't we have a picture? And the next thing you know, human creators created this little box that you could actually see Niagara Falls without having to go.
That's 1,000 years ago. Now people don't engage. They don't know what to receive because it's too much.
Right now they have 1,000 channels and then you ask them and there's nothing on.
That's because they can't find an image of themselves in there.
They have to have so far is to have the now used to buy bi-weekly what you call the CD guide. They can't even print a book to tell that anymore. You can't even print it because by the time it's printed, it would be bigger than the Encyclopedia Britannica and would be out of date the day after it would hit print. It would be like printing the phone book. It'd be like printing the phone book, the telephone directory, and every day the numbers change. It would be the equivalent of printing the phone book every day.
I tried to do handstands for you, I tried to do headstands for you. Every time I fell on you, yeah, every time I